welcome back to the Drive Home Show. It's Wednesday. We got beautiful day today. Here, let me tell you what kind of day it is today, okay? Sunny. Some white puffy clouds here and there scattered about. When I went to walk on my walking around the path walk, 66 degrees, dew point 44 degrees. Could it be more perfect? I say it can. Maybe 70 degrees, huh? That's what it is right now, 70 degrees, dew point 40. Well, I'm assuming the dew point is still the same, 44 degrees. That means it's not humid. That means it's just crisp. I don't know. It's a perfect day to go running. Let me tell you about my run yesterday. We'll get to that. If you listen to yesterday's show, it's 406. She's got tricks, my 406. Giddy up, 406. Now, if you listen to yesterday's show program and all that stuff, wasn't it kind of rainy? And I said, I think the rain has stopped, so I'm thinking I'm going to go for a run, blah, blah, blah. But if I don't, then it's okay, because I did the metabolic aftershock workout this morning and all that, and then I did 10 minutes on the stepper, and then I did 5 minutes walking. Remember all that? Well, I did end up going running. It was, it wasn't so ideal yesterday. It was 62, and the dew point was 55, so it was a little bit muggy. It wasn't tropical or anything like that. What would you say is worse, muggy or humid? Humid or muggy? We use those interchangeably, but I think muggy is a little bit worse than humid. I would say humid is dew points in the 50s, and then muggy would be dew points in the 60s, and then sticky and tropical and unbearable would be dew points in the 70s. That's what I would say. What would you guys say? Would you say that too? Yeah, we got the line up, backed up, the line to go on the freeway, backed all the way up past the light here. It's just a nuisance. It's just a thing we got to put up with for a little bit. I think still this is the quickest way to get home. If you go up to Valley Creek and try to get on from there, you're backtracking 2 miles, backtracking a mile, and then you're going to come forth a mile. And then, by that time, you could be already on the freeway. Now we got a big semi coming on. Great. That's just great. Anyway, we'll get through it. We'll just get to talking, and before you know it, we'll be merged on. 408, 409, just changed to 409. She's real fine, my 409. Giddy up, 409. I got to turn the AC down. Okay, let's go. We got a green light now, and you're just sitting there. Don't let more people in. So while we're waiting to get on the freeway, let me tell you about my run. Yesterday was 62. It was cooler, but it was muggy. It was in the muggy zone. Oh, what are you doing? I don't know what you're doing, but people. This on-ramp is gonna get on my nerves, I can tell. Yesterday, you remember yesterday's? People doing idiotic things. So it was 62, was 55 was the dew point. But it was breezy. So I go out on my run and I start running along, and it's okay. It's not great, but I think on the quarter mile update, it told me I was doing like 7.1 miles per hour. That's usually what I've been doing. Then I'm running along, and my shoe gets untied. Somewhere around 0.8 miles, my shoe comes untied. So I gotta stop the thing and tie my shoe. And then I start running again. And I'm like, by the first mile, I'm like 6.98 miles an hour. And I'm like, that's pretty good. I mean, that's better than recent days. So I just keep running, and I think the cooler weather was the key. I had a little bit of achy joints, like my hips, and I don't know, that's about it, just my hips. Keep running and keep getting updates. It's about the same, 6.98, 6.98. I get up to 2 miles, still 6.98. So I'm like, hey, I'm doing pretty good here. I might be able to, if I can keep going at this pace, I might be able to pull off a last minute sprint and break 7 miles per hour. So that's what I was kind of shooting for. So then I'm listening to I had some good tunes too. I had I can't think of it, but the beat of the song kind of made me go a little bit faster. What was the song? What would you see that would be? I can't remember, but I think the music played a part. I really do. Then all of a sudden it just cuts off. And my headphones ran out of battery power. To tell you about that, I went to go put them on, to go running, and they didn't turn on. And so then I just couldn't get them to come on. I didn't know if they were out of juice or what. So I found my charger, plugged them in for like a nanosecond. Then I was able to get them to turn on. So I had my music for most of the run, but somewhere in between, after the second mile, right around the second mile, they cut out, and so I couldn't hear any more updates of how I was running. Didn't have music to run with. All I could hear was my breathing. So I tried to regulate my breathing. Tried to get the 2 breaths in, or 2 steps, 2 counts. Inhale, 2 counts, exhale, and try to do that. And then I apologize for the little hesitation in talking. I was trying to merge and everything. There's a highway patrol just sitting there waiting. So my music cut out, my updates cut out. I didn't know how fast I was going. I felt like I was maintaining the same pace. And then we had like pedestrian traffic that came into play. We had this set of 3 people. I was going to say this couple of 3. Set of 3 people, trio of people walking 2 dogs, and they're going slow and casual and stopping and talking for a little bit, and then they're walking a little bit, and then they stop and talk some more, and then they go, "What's your dog's name?" And so I had to maneuver around them a few times. Then the one lady that I always see, she came walking around the path there, and she goes the opposite direction of me. So that means I passed her, like, I don't know. She walks around once, and I probably passed her 3 or 4 times because she's going the opposite direction. And it's just so happened that it worked out that when I was on my last lap, she was like going back towards home, and the 3 dog walkers were also going back towards home, and they were on that final stretch place that you know what I mean, over back by the railroad tracks. So instead of going that way, which I normally would do, I decided I'll just go another lap. And stay going around the pond. That way I don't have to deal with passing them and whatever things might occur with dogs and whatever. So I kept going and went on another lap. Now, I don't know, when I go straight back towards the railroad tracks, I know just about where the 3 miles are up. So I know kind of what to shoot for. I know kind of when to kick in my final sprint or whatever. But now when I'm going back around the pond again, I don't know where the 3 miles is up. I don't know these things. I don't know when to kick in a final sprint or anything like that. Plus, I want to get my phone out of my pocket so I can at least see when I hit 3 miles, because I want to know the 3 mile time. Because that's what I report on my Facebook posting. I report the 3 mile time. So coming around, I'm like, okay, let me check here. So I try to wrestle my phone out of my pocket while still running. Pull it out and look at it. It's 2.98 miles. So I'm just almost 3 miles. So I run. I see when it turns to 3 miles, it's 26.0 or 26 minutes 1 second. And I try to keep going a little bit, but then I'm like, well, let me just stop it. So I ended up, it was 26. Well, the run keeper said 3 miles in 26:06. I don't know what the extra 5 seconds came from, but I stopped it at 26:01, or that's when I saw me hit the 3 miles. So that's a average speed of 6.91 miles per hour. So I actually slowed down the last mile, not knowing what my speed was. So that was my 4th fastest run in this year, recent times. I feel pretty good about that. I didn't stop. I wanted to. I'll tell you that. I wanted to stop on that 3rd mile, somewhere's around. I was thinking I'll just stop and let those walkers walk. 'Cause I didn't want to be struggling as I passed them. So I thought I'll just stop, rest, and then let them get farther away. But then I'm like, no, I don't have to do that. I'll just run another lap. See, while I'm running, I'm still thinking. I'm still thinking of stuff. So it's 4:18. We're well on the road now here. I haven't seen any idiot drivers or anything. Everybody's doing really good. Coming up to the Pine Springs Matamidi curve pretty soon here. Not quite yet, but getting there. We're getting there. Let's turn the fan down. It is 69 degrees. You don't even really need, I say you don't even need the air conditioner, really. Okay, this song is called Heaven. What is it? Yeah, I thought it was that one. And that's probably, is that the song from the Karate Kid movie? Not the first one. Either the second or the third one. I think it is. Isn't it? Hey, we're on the Pine Springs Matamidi curve right now, everybody. 419. I listened to the March 27th drive home show this morning on the way in. What was significant about that? Not much, really. I was talking about the Twins getting ready to start. They hadn't started yet, but it was close. And I talked a lot about Nerfball update. Yesterday, the 26th, I talked about Nerfball, the sport. And then the 27th, talked about a lot about Nerfball update, and I won't go really into that. It's just a made-up sports center type show that I made up in 1980. This is before ESPN. This was before MTV. It was before cable. It was before all that. And I had this Sports Center type show with five fictional characters to report on a sport that only had 4 players total. Yeah, it was funny. That was funny. And Irv Cross was the guy that I was trying to think of, that I couldn't think of his name. I was comparing it to the CBS sports football pregame show. Back then, I think the Vikings mostly played on CBS. Did they? I don't know. But they had Brent Musburger, and Irv Cross was the guy. I couldn't think of him. And then they had Jimmy the Greek. I don't know who else they had Phyllis George, but my little Nerfball update show, they didn't have a woman, a female member on the team. But I had kind of one guy that was kind of like the Brent Musburger, another guy that was kind of like the Irv Cross, another guy that was kind of like the Jimmy the Greek, you know, and so forth. Got to slow down up here at White Bear Avenue. Who knows why? I don't know. But we are slowing down. Brake lights. Might have to turn the air on. As soon as I turn it off, it's kind of hot. If I roll down the windows, it would be grand. Let me just try a little bit window downage. Just a little bit window downage. Not a lot. Alright, 422, we got some kind of mysterious slowdown. I don't know why, but hopefully it's short-lived and we can get going again here. Back up to full speed. Watched some videos today. I watched creepy videos. Got weirded out a couple of times. I'm not really a fan of those, but I kind of wanted to watch like unexplained. Here's what I wanted to see. Like, have you seen these photos of time travel evidence and stuff? That's what I wanted to see. I should have searched for evidence of time travel, something like that. But then, you know, you end up getting the same old every time because nobody's making any new ones. But I think I searched for unexplained photos or something to that effect. And I ended up getting some creepy ones. Let's go the windows back up because it's too loud. There's this guy, what's his name? Chills? You know Chills, right? I refuse to subscribe. Looks like he's got 4 million subscribers. Chills. He's the one that narrates. Let me just try to say something like he says it. Like, here's a video that I can't even be as annoying as he is. I think this is unexplained. I think it was probably edited, but there's no evidence of tampering with the photo. If you want to see what I really look like, go to my Instagram. And then he's got like a music video. Click on the link to see my music video. So I clicked on it to see, and he's a normal guy, but even in his music video, which is kind of like a rap, he still was kind of talking weird like that. Anyway, so I saw a lot of his. Then there was a lot of the things that they showed were just fake. I mean, so I saw them and I was like, that's fake. Like, for example, a video these guys driving on the freeway. All of a sudden this thing just shoots by, looks like a lightning bolt, and shoots through the cars. And well, one thing is the camera that was recording it, when a guy shoots by, he kind of moves the camera so you can't really see it clear. But it looked like it was put in after. Things like that. Do I really want to even describe what the things that kind of creeped me out? Mostly it was just weird stuff about like weird noises or a door slamming or things like that. One of the ones that I couldn't really explain, which is it's possible it was staged, but it was like a school surveillance camera looking down the halls, and like you hear some noises or whatever, and then you see some things move. And the thing that was creepy about it was you could hear the sound. So like this backpack just flew off the shelf, and a chair just scooted across the floor. That got the creepy factor going, the hair standing on the back of your neck thing. It was possible that was staged. It couldn't have been edited, because you heard the sound effects. You hear the chair moving. You hear the things hitting the ground. You hear a poster ripped off the wall. I mean, it could be set up like that, but it wasn't edited after, 427, we're back up to full speed. We're coming up to Rice Street on the March 27th drive home show. I mentioned that they were starting to dig around in the dirt over here at Rice Street. Now it's in full bloom. They're replacing the bridge. I think they're doing the same thing that they did over down on 36. There's like 3 bridges. I don't know, why would you do that? It's kind of wasteful. One bridge to get when you're getting off of 36 going east. You cross over 36 and then you turn left or turn right on Rice Street. Well, if you turn right, then you're going over another bridge. And then if you're getting on 36 from Rice Street, you're going over another bridge. So it's like 3 bridges instead of 1, where 1 would have been fine. I don't know. Anyway, that's kind of what I did today. Walked around the walking path. Don't cut in front of me. Don't cut in front of me. You idiot. Okay, freeway time 35W sign, everyone. After, right now, hang on, let me do the time. Got 6 and 12. Freeway time, 6 and 12. It's 4:29 right now. Can you believe that? 4:29? Felt like we were doing good. And it's already 4:30. I don't know. We did have a couple of slowdowns. The initial slowdown on the on-ramp, and then the other slowdown. Alright, after work here, when I get home, instead of running, today would be a perfect running day. I had decided I was not going to run a regular 3 miles, but I was going to do like quarter-mile dashes just to change it up. But I might not even run at all, because I'm going to go to Best Buy and exchange Paulita's headphones that I got her. They're not working right. They don't charge. Sometimes they charge, but then they don't play anything. And to go with me in case she wants to get different ones. I don't know if I have my receipt. I kind of briefly looked for it yesterday. Did not find it. But I bought the maintenance agreement or the replacement agreement or what service agreement, whatever kind of agreement it is. I paid extra money so that they would be fixed. They would, if they broke, then they would fix them or whatever they are going to do. But I think maybe one option might be just get a different pair. Just get if she wants a better pair or better kind, whatever, we can do that. So I want her to be able to pick what she wants. I wanted the retractable ones, but I think those are cool. Maybe she'd prefer maybe like the Beats or something. It's 4:31. We're slowing down at Snelling here. Twins. Oh, we could tell you about the Twins game. It was a good game. Let me tell you what I remember about it. Facing off the Seattle Mariners, we're opening a homestand that we are going to go to Friday. Friday's game we're going to with Prince Knight, Twins purple jerseys. Todd and Rochelle are coming up from Oklahoma just to go to the game. Also, Tommy and Ariel are going with us, and Paula. It's going to be fun. Weather is question mark at this time. It said isolated storms. So, yeah, usually that means it's no problem, but you never know. You never know. Anyway, the opening of the homestand is against Seattle Mariners. Twins pitchers is Martin Perez. Seattle's pitcher is Leake. I don't know, Leake or something like that. He was 5-6 with I don't remember his ERA, but I'm like, Leake, I think he's a good pitcher, but he was 5-6, so I was like, well, maybe he's not that good. Anyway, Seattle jumps out to a 3-0 lead on a infield single, a walk, and then a 3-run homer by Edwin Encarnacion. What is his name? Edwin Encarnacion. And I'm like, gosh dang it. The home run, yeah, I mean, that happens, right? But the walk and the infield single before it, that's what drives you nuts. Because now it's a 3-run lead instead of a 1-run lead. Well, then the Twins fight back, and what happens? I can't remember who's on. Somebody's on base, and Jonathan Scope comes up, hits a 2-run homer. Yes. And then right after that, Jason Castro hits a solo homer, ties the game 3-3. So now we're tied. Okay, great. Now let's just get the lead and win this game. And what happens? Martin, what are you doing? Crying out loud. I was about to merge over to that lane and you're flying in from the right. Well, that wasn't very smart, but anyway, I'm in the right lane now. I said, yeah, we tied it up 3-3. Let's get some more runs, take the lead, and win this puppy, right? So what does Martin Perez do? He gives up the lead very next inning. Well, I mean, it wasn't a blown lead because we weren't winning, but we fought back to tie the game, and then he gives it right back. And I'm going to put the windows down a little bit again. I think it was, yeah, then they get another run, 5-3, they're winning. And we come up in the 8th inning. still losing 5-3, and they bring in Brandon Brennan. I'm like, if your last name is Brendan, don't name your kid Brandon. It's just, you're just asking for trouble. 436, we just crossed over 35W. We can go back to windows back up now. All right, see, let me see. Was it Kepler? Yes, Kepler leads off the inning with a double down the right field line. Good hit for Kepler. Polanco's up next. Polanco hits a double down the right field line. Kepler scores. Polanco gets into second. That was his second double of the game. Third time he tried to get a double. He was thrown out once and then he was safe twice. So he would have had 3 doubles. But instead it was 2 doubles and a single. And so it's 5-4 now. And Polanco, the tying run at second base. And Cruz comes up. And Cruz walks. First and second. Then, trying to remember here. Because Cruz scored the tying. Oh, Cruz scored the go-ahead run. That's right. So first and second. Then who's up? Then Rosario's up. Rosario hits the ball deep to left field. Dick, unemotional Bramer, who, when he calls home runs, he's so boring and lethargic. He gets excited about this fly out. There's a drive! It's deep to left field! And is caught at the wall. Eddie Rosario just missed a home run. Well, Polanco scored. Somehow did the bases get loaded? No, Polanco tagged. Yeah, Polanco tagged and went to third. That was it. And I think Cruz went to second. So now it's 1 out, tying run on third. And now Sano comes up. I can tell by the way Sano's been playing all game. He's just, every time he's swinging for the fences. He's just swinging as hard as he can, trying to hit home runs every time. He doesn't care about anything else. He's just trying to hit a home run. And I said he's going to strike out because he's trying to hit home runs. You don't just get the ball. All right, the pressure is off. Get the ball to the outfield and we score the tying run. But no, he's going to try to crush the ball. And he's like swinging out of his helmet, swinging and missing. I text Steve and I said, Sano's going to strike out. And then Steve says, I hope not. We just need a sac fly here. And I'm like, yeah, I know. I agree. I hope not either. I hope not too. And, but luckily, he was 0-2 and the pitcher's trying to strike him out. And he throws a ball in the dirt and gets away from the catcher. And so the tying run scores. Because it would have been bad if he struck out and now there's 2 outs and then the tying run is still at third and we would have needed a hit and all that stuff. And so anyway, scores the tying. I gotta turn the air on. Scores the tying run with 1 out, and then Sano strikes out. Now there's 2 outs, and on the wild pitch, Cruz did not go to third. I'm not sure why he didn't. but he was still at second. Or maybe was he at first? Was he at first and just didn't and just went to second? I thought he was at second already, but maybe he went to second on the wild pitch. I don't know. He's on second. 2 out. Marwin Gonzalez comes up and Gonzalez slashes. He slashes a base hit into right field. And Cruz scores from second to go ahead 6-5, and that's how it would end. Twins win 6-5. Trevor May comes in for a white-knuckled save. Got into trouble. He gave up 2 base hits to the first 2 batters. And then with nobody out and Encarnacion is up, he strikes him out. And then, I don't know, he gets the next 2 batters out. And saves the game. We win 6-5. It was a nail biter. It was a white knuckle. But we won. What is Manic? Oh, Manic Monday. Just another Manic Monday.
It's turned on ruins because here it's the mob.
This is Kiss. Up. I want to point out one part of this song. That's part bad singing. Wanna rock and roll all night and party every day. Just bad singing. Well, that was pretty smart of you, Toyota Camry. Flying up way too fast. Now you're tailgating the car in front of you. Wanna rock and roll all night. 69 degrees. Beautiful, beautiful running weather. Maybe we'll go for a run after. Probably not, though. Probably not. There's not going to be a drive home show Friday because I'm going to work from home. That's the day we're going to the Twins game. Wanna rock and roll all night and party every day. Wanna rock and roll all night and party every day. Okay, you're a little reckless there. Reckless abandon. Want to rock and roll all night and party every day. Yeah, you didn't need to do that. I want to rock and roll. Oh no! Oh, I made a bad backup turn backing into the driveway. Made a bad one. But I won't be here that long because I'm going back out to the Best Buy. Alright, that's it for the drive home show, you guys, everybody. Thank you for listening. Keep your feet in the ground. Keep reaching for us.